New tonight, a Port Clinton man's death put new fire on the debate over masks. Richard Rose took to social media to say there was no way he was going to wear one, and then he died from coronavirus. But there's more to this story of his sudden death. In a 3 News exclusive, investigator Rachel Polanski obtained police and coroner records that raise new questions.
His internet imprint was larger than life.
Governor DeWine is hating you guys right now.
Boisterous and opinionated on most any topic. COVID-19 was no exception.
When he passed, it was like a shock factor to me. It was like, okay, well, maybe people our age really can get this and, die.
And his death at age 37 made national news, largely for this Facebook post he made in late April, declaring he was not buying into the hype of wearing a mask. 2 months later, on July 1st, another Facebook post. This time he said he tested positive for COVID-19. 3 days later, he was found dead inside his Port Clinton home.
It broke my heart, and then I went over to look at his page because I guess I had to see it myself. And when I looked at his page, all I seen was people bashing him.
Rose's death was rare, striking him down quickly from a virus that's been known to target the elderly. Despite that, there was no investigation beyond a policeman's report.
At the very least, they should have did a blood test.
Port Clinton police were called to Rose's apartment the morning of July 4th after family could not reach him. The bachelor and military vet was found face down on the floor. Family told police about Rose's COVID-19 test. A coroner was contacted, but he did not examine the body. Instead, Rose's body was taken directly to a funeral home. Despite no prior medical history, there would be no autopsy, no blood test, or toxicology.
I don't get it. Why not do anything to find out what's wrong with him?
And the Ottawa County coroner did not respond to our request for an interview. It's still unclear if Rose's COVID-19 diagnosis was confirmed, but in the coroner's report, it is listed as the cause of death. Rose's friends still wonder if more could have been done.
It's a little shocking that, they just picked him up and took him away.
And we reached out to several local coroner's offices and none would go on record. But when we told them about Rose's death investigation, they all said that at a minimum, they would have examined his body and tested his blood. Rachel Polanski, 3 News.